The 1950s is remembered as a time of happiness. It's when Disneyland first opened, when the King of Rock ruled the music scene, and when the first McDonald's opened. However, underneath all of these happy times, fear controlled the thoughts and actions of people. Americans feared that tensions between the Soviet Union and the United States would result in an atomic bomb being dropped on the U.S. The United States once solely controlled the power of the deadly bomb, but spies from Moscow gave the USSR this information and so much more. Five bright young students of the University of Cambridge were fearful of totalitarian dictators in the 1930s and did not believe democracies would be able to combat the powers of Adolf Hitler or Benito Mussolini. Led by Harold Kim Philby, Guy Burgess, Donald MacLean, Anthony Blunt, and John Cairncross infiltrated the highest levels of the British and American governments for the KGB, the Soviet Union's national security agency. The group stole information from politicians, the CIA, the British Secret Intelligence Service, British Foreign Offices, and the FBI. The level of damage the group had is immeasurable. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg passed on information specifically pertaining to the atomic bomb for the Soviet Union. The arrest of scientist Klaus Fuchs and the confession of Ethel's brother, David Greenglass, led to the couple's arrest. The case was extremely controversial because the couple pleaded innocent, saying they were persecuted because they were Jewish. The couple was executed on June 19, 1953 by electric chair after they refused to name other spies. The public believed the couple were innocent until the 1990s, when incriminating evidence from the case was declassified. Alger Hiss was a lawyer for the government who worked his way up to being the director of the Office of Special Political Affairs and later the president of the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. Within those 14 years, Hiss spied for and shared secrets with the Soviet Union and Whittaker Chambers. In front of the House Un-American Activities Committee, Chambers accused Hiss of being a contact inside of the government. Hiss was tried for perjury and sentenced to 5 years in jail. Just as with the Rosenbergs, many people believed in Hiss's innocence, but were proven wrong as evidence against him accumulated over time.
More prominent Americans with whom he worked, including Senators Vandenberg and Con.
Americans' fear of communist spies infiltrating the U.S. changed their actions during the Cold War. The House Un-American Activities Committee was created by Congress to investigate anyone and everyone. Hollywood was hit very hard, with the investigations ruining many careers. The Hollywood 10 were people within the movie business who refused to name other communists and were jailed for contempt. Senator Joseph McCarthy spread the hysteria with claims that secret communists were amongst government officials. Propaganda in comic books, on TV.
In recognizing a communist, physical appearance counts for nothing. If he openly declares himself to be a communist, we take his word for it. If a person consistently reads and advocates the views expressed in a communist publication, he may be a communist.
And in cartoons fostered the fear.
order to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover.
Americans became paranoid and prepared for the worst, an atomic bomb. Americans felt the pressure of spies in their country and expanded that fear to encompass all communists.